And the youngster, Chase, on the back end, who's got it right on cue on his stick. He's the young pup, and he has got a bit of an edge to him when it comes to playing defense. Jack Works trying to get it in, but it was taken away by Wolf at the line, Pat.
Well, both these teams, are very, very good in the neutral zone. And so, it's critical that you get pucks in deep, you throw pucks hard at the net, you get hard in on the forecheck. That was one of the things Tom Serratori talked about today.
Look out here. Came free to Works. Go ahead.
It was just, beating them to pucks.
Here comes Bronte, right in. He's out of Australia, a native of Australia. Many say he's the fastest player on this Michigan Tech team, number 5. He's one of a couple guys on their team, too, that are married. So a very mature group in many ways, this Michigan Tech program.
He knows how dynamic that line is. Are you going to put a checking line on him? He said, well, I'm going to play it. I'm going to just see how things go. But ideally, he'd love to have the jutting line out against that top line of Michigan Tech.
Good shot there from Jack Works, who's had some big moments for the Huskies this year. He does, as his name says, he works from the Northwest Territories in Canada. Started his college hockey career at Denver. Now Russell on the line, looked into the slot. Good challenge there. Denying the opportunity there was Polkamp, and here is Eric Polkamp from Brainerd, Minnesota, 5th-round pick of the San Jose Sharks. An outstanding talent on the back end for Serratori and the Beavers. Speeding up that right wing is Eric Martin. Career year for him in terms of points, a veteran guy on this team. Michigan Tech now, they'll try to work it ahead. They don't connect. Tough pass for Polkamp to handle, but a good job, guy. Polkamp there getting back, getting it out of harm's way. Martin's got it now. Up the wing. Roed missed on the return. Now Polkamp back at center. He'll quickly get it back in deep. Campbell on the back end, wrapping it around for Jack Works. He zings one up the middle. Tough one to handle. Matthias Scholl will slow it, and he'll paddle it on. Irie, big goal against Lake Superior State in the semifinals for the Beavers, helping them win 4-1. Halfway through that game, Pat, Lake Superior had just 3 shots to show you how good Bemidji State was defensively in that game.
And they've been great defensively. Pass them and get after it.
Center on, Blake Pianola in the net now, making his 27th straight start. Matthias Scholl at the other end. He's 9-0-1 in the 11-game.
Started to play really well.
Yeah, and the two teams are mirror images in so many ways. And for Michigan Tech on the other side, an 0-4-3 start. This team was picked 9th in the country. And clearly the CCHA favorite because of the young man that just made the stop there, Blake Pianola, his brother Logan, and other guys they had coming back and making the tournament the last 2 years. But Joe Sean told us flat out, he said, I think too many guys are reading their clippings.
Oh, exactly.
And he had to get them back on track, and he has.
And that can get to you. You start thinking that it's going to be easy, right? Well, nothing's easy in this league.
Martin with a steal. He laid the puck back there. Wanted Lleyton Roed. Didn't connect. Now Works. He'll flip it in at the line.
Jopi right off the sideboards to a wide open Magnuson in front, and he turned and fired, and Pietola had no chance on that. For a period that's been dominated by Michigan Tech, Bemidji State gets on the board first.
7th of the season for Magnuson. He's a freshman, 6'1", 200-pounder out of Norway. And indeed, Pat, it's been the Huskies period, but Bemidji State withstood, got the chance, and Magnuson snaps in the first. Beavers trying to get this puck in deep. They do. Magnuson for the point. That's Will Magnuson. Number 5 getting in there, trying to help out. He leads their club in blocks. He's 8th in the country on the defensive side when it comes to blocking shots now. Here's the dangerous Lleyton Roed with it. Home state product from the great state of Minnesota here. Irie plays it ahead. Good look there for Loaf as Martin trying to set up the captain, the D, pinching in from the line. Now Loaf lost the puck now, and Gordon plays it ahead now. Logan Pietola comes in, left side, tried to center it there. They try to bank it there. Off of Scholl was Mosley with that shot attempt. Top line back out there now for the Huskies. They center it way up high, gathered in at the line. Jopi, he turned it over. Now it's Logan Pietila back in. His shot off the mark. Jopi will track it down, far side half wall. Now on to Lleyton Roed. Roed gets a step, chase Pietila those. Big young lad, about 6'2" and 200 pounds back there. Didn't give him much. 3,300 saves in his career, and just an amazing run he's had. Polkamp shot. You get in front of one of his shots, that's a man-sized block, as he can really shoot at 23 and white. Final minute here in the opening period, a 1-1 tie. Martin takes it, walks into the zone, looks for a little support. Good stick there. Now Bronte back the other way. He's got Works going to the goal, but Wolf was back there negating that. Works wanted to walk right down the slot, but he could not get the puck.
Well, I can tell you what the message is going to be in the Bemidji State locker room.
Yep.
After this first period, it's we got to quit turning the puck over at the opposing blue line. There's too many turnovers, and it's really giving Michigan Tech some really good looks here in this first period.
Final 20 seconds
to be a part of. Right. Yeah, and St. Thomas building a new one. Augustana built theirs, and obviously, and the history at Michigan Tech in that building. It's just it's been fun to be a part of.
Well, a minute and a half gone here in the second period. No scoring as of yet. Don Lucia is with us here for a few more moments in the booth talking about the CCHA and this game and all things college hockey. Is Bemidji State regular season champs, McNaughton Cup champs, trying to do something they haven't done since 2009. That's when both the regular season and the conference championship. And Pat, you and I both remember what happened that year. They went to the Frozen Four in D.C., so who knows? A long way to go in this game, but Michigan Tech's a program. The last 2 years, they've been an at-large out of this conference into the NCAA tournament. And we'll have an icing call here.
Very well played. Both goalies are on. And I think this is going to go right down to the wire.
Well, the pace on both these teams, it's just been, you turn the puck.
Both these coaches are elite. They're
Yes.
both really, really good. They have great structure to their game, and they've had a lot of success over the years. And you talked about, Joe, last 2 years, Michigan Tech's been in the NCAA tournament.
The funny thing is that, Ben and I, we're thinking, man, this is going to be a tight game, and thus far we've seen that.
There's Polkamp, and he's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, he's gotten better since Christmas, and he's a freshman. But then, Don, we talked about it. You're not a freshman anymore after January. You played enough games, and you start to take over a little bit, or get the feeling that, okay, I can play, and I got to make plays.
Huskies are on it now. Jack Works. Puts on the brakes, gets a little bit of space up the middle. Good challenge there from Polkamp. The puck turned over. Martin now chips it around. Chase Pietila into the corner. Williams takes him in there. Huskies can't get it out in front. And it's
relax on both sides.
And we're going to see ebbs and flows throughout this whole game. And we've already seen it here in this second period.
Now we got the wave going. How great is that? This is college hockey at its finest. Fans here, mascots here, sold out building, title on the line, cup in the building. You'll be down on the ice to give that out, right?
Right at the end of the game, or who knows, we might have bonus time.
You never know. We're good for it. We're here for it. Great to be with you. Ben Holden, Pat Micheletti, and our crew here on Flow Hockey, the commissioner of the CCHA, Don Lucia, with us here. 12 and a half to go here in this second period. The guys mentioned the shots. One different now, a 16-15 edge for Michigan Tech. They had a big edge in that opening period. Puck centered up high. Good keep there by Fulmer, but it's sent down the ice.
I think it's going to be an innocent play. You dump the puck in, it goes all the way around. but everybody on Bemidji gets sucked to one side. Up the ice they go.
Tech did a good job stretching, too.
Oh, they really did.
Standing next to two men with a ton of hockey experience in their coaching, playing careers. What do you make of the stat on Mosley? Now, 16 of his 18 goals have come after the first period.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
It means he's a big-time player.
Yeah.
There you go. 18 on the season, 2-1 Michigan Tech.
Yeah.
Now we look for the response from Bemidji. Irie trying to go back to Roed and touch with a high stick. Bruce Vita had the arm in the air in the corner. And now Michigan Tech, here they come. They gain the line. Laid back for Campbell. Campbell back into the slot. Good job by Martin getting in the way of the would-be shooter. Scholl was down. Jack works. He does what his name says. Every shift he's out there.
Gifted them and putting them out at an opportune time.
The 11-game unbeaten streak is the longest in program history and currently the longest in college hockey. Now Michigan Tech, they want more. Right pad save there from this goaltender out of California. Gordon gets in there, knocked down by Magnuson. Now Kyle Loft ahead for Lleyton Roed. Top line against top line here, centering feed. Good stick on the back end. They were looking for Martin there, number 11. Now Pietila into space for Mosley. Challenge back there by Magnuson. Loaf trying to swing and knock that down with a baseball swing there at waist height. Now Martin out at center trying to chip it around the defenseman. That's Jed Pietila. One of 4 on the roster. 9 all-time have played at Michigan Tech. Jed's a cousin of Blake and Logan and Chase.
And we hear there's more.
You got all
on
that
the
right?
way.
Yeah. That's what I said to Blake. We started the call. I said, so are there more on the way? He said, they're always on the way at Michigan Tech. Proud family. It's great. Here's Rasmussen now. Centers. Good luck there. Off the shoulder there. And Kukkonen with a good look there. The right shoulder save from Matthias Scholl. Bemidji State quickly across for their goal scorer. Casper Magnus it's listed as their third line for whatever that's worth. Sometimes coaches don't list them the way they play them, but it's listed as their third line. Yep. Corcoran went down on the half wall. No call. We've yet to have a penalty in this game. It's been a clean game. Both teams playing hard. Rylan Mosley out of suburban Ottawa said at a young age he really didn't know anything about college hockey like most Canadians from Ontario. He wanted to be in the OHL, but he found a chance, and he is happy to be at Michigan Tech, and he's got his team on top here. 2-1, 5.5 to go in the period. Campbell now off a stick and up into the
right away, and we saw on the Mosley goal,
right,
you know, how they stretch the zone, got up the ice. Mosley makes a great play and scores. So, you know, it's all about making sure that when you do get the puck in, that you have guys going hard and you are going to beat the defender to the puck.
Kirkland Irie back to get it. Slings it ahead. Martin can't get to it. Williams got in there first. Nick Williams out of Edina, Minnesota. Gets it back now, sweeping it ahead for Rylan Mosley. Kohlkamp slows him up, takes him down. Puck free at center. Gordon couldn't handle it. Got a stick on it, getting it inside of the zone. Chase Pietila.
Let's back to Kohlkamp like they did. We saw him score a goal like that against Lake State last week.
Missile.
Right off the draw.
Yep.
That time he couldn't hold on to the puck.
Loft went down. He looked at both referees. No call. Replay on. 45 seconds to go in the period now. The Beavers here, the home crowd, looking to get this game level. Funny bounce off the corner glass. Seamless glass here in Bemidji. No stanchions. Steered in by Bronte. Half a minute to go in the period now. Kohlkamp sweeping it on for Loft. Flings it up the right wing. Lleyton Roed cannot get to it. And
a period.
Once the period's complete, we'll talk with Bemidji State forward Jackson Jutting down at ice level. He's out there on the ice now. Puck centered. Logan Pietila didn't get there before Jutting did. Final seconds here in the period. Kohlkamp ahead for Kyle Loaf. Loaf with a shot, and that one's punched down. Ozone draw for the Beavers. On the end wall. Roed in there, 29 in white. This top group out for Tom Serratori. 23rd year he's been the head coach here in Bemidji, Minnesota, of the school he once played for the great Bob Peters back in the day. Here's Polkamp. Probably not going to see him off the ice a whole lot here in this
I don't
third.
think so.
Regardless of what the score is. A minute gone. Jack works. Stick went flying. That was Polkamp's stick, who went about 20 feet. He gathers it. Low shot. Pad save from Scholl. Now Polkamp. Puck on edge. Able to get it ahead now. Lleyton Roed. This kid can fly. Here he comes. But off.
There's been a couple times tonight that I've seen where Bemidji State has been able to get anything in that slot area. Everything has kind of been to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did score their goal.
Here comes Irie now. He's got Martin with him. He didn't miss by much there, Pat.
No, he uses defenseman as a screen and just missed the net.
Here's Roed. Good defensive work down there on the goal line by Matthew Campbell. Campbell in a North Vancouver, British Columbia. Same hometown as Connor Bedard. Macklin Celebrini at BU's from there as well. A hockey hotbed out there in Vancouver. Here's Ryland Mosley from the province of Ontario, from Ottawa, suburban Ottawa. His goal in the second period is the difference in this game right now. 3.5 gone here in the third. Jack works. Navigates around Chase Pietola. Now leaves it for Chase. Pietola.
Where it's going to go, and Pietola's doing a good job of just making sure he's holding on to that puck.
Here's Isaac Gordon trying to get it to Mosley. Heavy hit there by Polkamp on Gordon. Puck back inside the Michigan Tech end now. Jed Pietola. Funny bounce for him there, but Mosley able to get to it. Lays it back now for the defenseman Russell. Floats it into the corner. Polkamp and Gordon, they collide. Now Irie trying to work it ahead for Lleyton Roed. Lleyton Roed, White Bear Lake, Minnesota product. Down to the ice goes Gordon there in a collision with Fulmer. Played ahead now for Eric Martin. Martin trying to step on the gas here, but a good job coming back there by Nordstrom. Good work out of Nordstrom there. Picked the pocket, but then he had his pocket picked by Carter Jones. Chase Pietola. Richards, fourth line out there. Funny bounce. Michigan Tech sent it in. Of course, it was in the semifinal. Much good challenge. Now Irie up high. Shoots. Steered away by Blake Pietola. Polkamp down in the corner. Laid it back. Now Roed with a chance. And there's Pietola once again. Johnny on the spot to make that stop. Now Wolf challenged by Works. Wolf steps on the gas. Gets it in deep. He'll go in deep after it. Up the wall, not out. Fulmer slides it down to Martin. Martin had it steered away. Campbell got a piece of it. Now Works gets it out of the zone, and it slides all the way back on Scholl.
Yeah, now the push is coming from Bemidji State.
Sure is. 11-game unbeaten streak for Bemidji State, the longest in Division I hockey. They've won 9 in a row. Michigan Tech, they won 4 straight. Both teams, their benches, everyone's up. As you would expect here in a championship game. Grinding away on the end wall and in the corner. Polkamp down the wall for Bemidji State, trying to get it free. Kataroff, though.
Boy, he's a big boy.
He is 6'5", 220, and a big, long reach. Good-looking hockey player. Of course, Tech's had a few big guys over the years. John Scott played there a few years ago. Remember him?
Oh, do I ever.
Chris Durno is another guy, big size. And
playing defensive. That's just playing smart, making the smart play.
Yeah. Mosley back in deep. Gordon turns. Logan Pietola was close there. Was he ever? Now Eric Martin sweeps it in for Bemidji State. 5:25 and counting left here in regulation time. Gordon, CCHA Rookie of the Year, slowed up by Kyle Loaf. And Loaf looks like he came up a little lame there. Looked like he was favoring his left arm. And the trainer right there taking a look at him, favoring that left side. He's on the bench for now. His team with 5 minutes to go now in the O-zone.
Oh,
They've
what
spent
a
a
hit.
lot of
What a
time. We're
hit.
going to get our first penalty of the game.
Draw for Bemidji State.
Here we go. Watch out for this young man. Polkamp with a wicked wrister there. Didn't get through. He can shoot it. He will likely be out there with Loaf the entire time on this power play.
And I don't know if I like that shot right away.
You don't?
No,
Set up?
Unless something was completely clear, you're just kind of.
Matthias Scholl, Tech will take the draw. Michigan Tech's PK 41st in the country. Bemidji State's power play 51st. Mention the numbers 16.5 and 78.3. The particulars. Here come the Beavers now. Polkamp lets Roed take this. Jackson Jutting down near side corner. Up top, Kyle Loaf takes a look, fires.
You need one shot, Ben. You need one shot to tie this game up. Make sure it's the one you want.
Yep. 65 seconds remain in the minor penalty to Nick Williams. Kyle Loaf gets it back. Little touch from Lleyton Roed. Here come Bemidji State. Roed to the line. Couldn't gain it. Wanted a call. Didn't get it.
Yeah, and Michigan Tech did a great job. They forced Loaf into making that pass to Roed.
Yep.
And then they just closed on that right away. Really good job of penalty killing.
How about that work from Logan Pieta? Wolf there. Can he get it back and get this puck up ice? Flamang over there. Rink wide look off the stick of the Husky defenseman. That's Chase Pietola back there. 2:20 to go. Here comes Kukkonen now with speed. The Minnesota boy back in his home state sweeps it in. Out there with Works and Rasmussen. Now Martin will keep our eyes on Scholl. 2:10 to go. He's got the arm in the air. He's still in the crease or right on top of it. Nothing yet. Looks like he might be making the move. Nothing yet. There's a chance for Irie. Missed it. Polkamp. Now Roed trying to get free. Scholl still in the goal crease. Now he's coming to the bench. Extra attackers coming on. It'll be Flamang. 6-on-5. Pietola's.
And then they had another opportunity.
Icing call here.
Where Loaf had it at the top.
Way back in the first half. Can Bemidji State.
It's not good enough, man.
No, it's not.
And you want to be, your power play, your penalty kill, and your goaltending has to be good.
Here we go.
You want to win playoff games.
Yep, you're right. Final 90 seconds here in regulation time. Can the Beavers get it tied up and force overtime? 80 seconds and counting. 2-1 Michigan Tech with a lead. Jackson Jutting going to have to bring it 200 feet. Isaac Gordon, good work out of him in there. The product of Landmark, Manitoba. Southeast of Winnipeg. Ahead now for Martin into the zone. A minute to go now in regulation. Pietola made the stop. Huskies knock it down.
Jutting on the draw. He's been great tonight.
Their best guy there all year.
Wins it again.
Loaf looking for a tip from Jutting. Goes back in behind the net. Michigan Tech trying to work it up the wall. They get it outside of the zone, and they send it down. But it'll come right back. They can't change a course. Drama here in the CCHA Championship Final. 40 seconds to go. Home team, Bemidji State. Regular season champs here on home ice trying to tie it. Loaf shoots one in.
Oh, good block.
Yep. Chad Pietol into the corner with Flamang. Martin in there, 11 for Bemidji State. Got a free. Lleyton Roed now. On to Polkamp. Now Kyle Loaf up top. Looking for a redirect from Jackson Jutting. 20 seconds to go now in the third period. Sent down again by Michigan Tech. Jackson Jutting. And it's one into the corner. Jed Pietola down there. Russell in there. Jackson Jutting can't get it out. Now they get it to the side of the crease. Time is going to run out. They got to get a shot away in a hurry. And they don't. And Michigan Tech wins the Mason Cup and the CCHA tournament title. And they